Welcome to Success IQ classes. Every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, I am going to upload lectures of Mathematics IGCSE. If you would like complete chapters, worksheets, revision notes and additional practice questions, you can access this all on Success IQ classes application at a student-friendly cost. The link for it is in the description below. Let's continue with the lesson today. Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue to learn from this book, that is Cambridge IGCSE Complete Mathematics extended version. In the previous lecture we have completed with the exercise 1.1a. So today we will be continuing with the next exercise, that is 1.1b. Let's continue. So in this exercise we have 10 questions. Those are all word problems. Hope you are familiar with the word problems, and if you're not, from today onwards you will be. Let's continue with the first question, that is Eric's temperature was measured to be 100.4 degree Fahrenheit. So Eric's temperature, let's write it down. Eric's temperature. (100.4 degree Fahrenheit). But after taking the medicine, his temperature dropped by 1.7 degree Fahrenheit. So after taking medicine, temperature dropped. Dropped by how much? 1.7 degree Fahrenheit. What was his new temperature? So we have been asked to tell his new temperature after taking the medicine. So this is an easy subtraction question. Let's do it. 100.4 minus 1.7. This will be 14. This will be 9. This will be 9. 14 minus 7 is 7. 9 minus 1 is 8. And 9 again. So the final temperature he has after taking the medicine, that is 98.7 degree Fahrenheit. Eric's new temperature is equals to 98.7 degree Fahrenheit. Let's continue with the second question. Kimi found the mass of a bowl of rice on her scale, which read 400.8 grams. So the mass of bowl of rice, that is 400.8 grams. She knew that empty bowl had a mass of 357.4 grams. So initially she has weighed the mass of bowl of rice, that is 400.8 grams. And she also knew the empty bowl has a mass of 357.4 grams. So let's write that too. Mass of empty bowl, that is 357.4 grams. What was the mass of rice? So we have been asked to tell the mass of rice. Let's find it out. It's the same subtraction question. So we have to just subtract 400.8 minus 357.4. So 8 minus 4 is 4. This is 10. This is 9. This is 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 5 is 4. 3 minus 3 is 0. So the mass of rice is 43.4 grams. Mass of rice is equals to 43.4 grams. Hope you have learned till here. Let's move on to the next question. Debbie took $5.80. Debbie took $5.80 with her to the shops. She spent $3.25. How much did she have left? So initially she had $5.80. Debbie took how much? $5.80. Debbie took to shop, you can write. How much did she spend? Debbie spent $3.25. Now how much Debbie is left with? It's a simple, again a subtraction question. Let's do it. 5.80 minus 3.25. 10, 7. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. She is left with, Debbie is left with $2.55. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. Sam had a bottle of juice containing 2.5 liters. Sam had a bottle of juice containing 2.5 liters. If she pours out 3 glasses containing 0.375 liters each, how much juice will be left in the bottle? So initially she had how much? Bottle of juice has 2.5 liters. She pours out 3 glasses containing. So 3 glasses containing how much? 3 into 0.375 liters each. That is how much? Let's do the multiplication. 0.375 multiplied by 3. 3 into 5 is 15. 3 into 7 is 21. Plus 1 is 22. 3 into 3 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. 3 into 0, 0 plus 1. So she has poured completely of 1.125 liters in the glasses. How much juice will be left in the bottle? So there is some juice which is left. So let's check that out. 2.5 subtracted by 1.125. So above 2 and 5 will take zeros. This is 10, this is 9, this is 4. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 4 minus 1 is 3. And 2 minus 1 is 1. Juice left in bottle is equals to 1.375 liters. This was an easy question. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 5. So before starting with this question, I would like to also say this. If you are able to do the sums till here easily, you can do it with me, or else you can pause the video and you can complete it. Then you can check it out. Is the solution correct or wrong? Let's move on with the question number 5. Three friends each earn $9.25 for doing a job. So three friends are there. They earn how much? $9.25 each for doing a job. They decide to put their money together and buy a comic book that costs $24.99. So three of them will combine their money, and then they will go to a comic book shop, and buy a comic book which costs $24.99. They split the change equally between them. How much money do they each now have? So this is an easy question. So first of all, as we have knew, there are three friends. So the total money they have, total amount of money three friends have, that is how much? 3 into each of them earn $9.25. Let's do the multiplication. 3 into 5 is 15. 3 into 2 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. 3 into 9 is 27. Together they earn $27.75. They decided to buy a comic book. So cost of comic book, that is $24.99. So let's do the subtraction. 27.75 minus 24.99. So this is going to be 15 and this will be 6. So 15 minus 9 is 6. 6 minus 9 cannot happen, so this will be 16 and this will become 6. 16 minus 9 is 7. The point comes down. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. They are left with together $2.76. Total money left is equals to $2.76. Now they will split this whole amount of money remaining in 3 parts because there are 3 friends. So let's divide it. 2.76 divided by 3. 3 cannot divide 2, so we'll take 3 into 0, 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. The decimal doesn't follows below in the division, it follows above. So next number 7. 3 into 9 is 27. And next number is 6. 3 into 2 is 6. So each of them now have $0.92. Each friend has $0.92. Hope you have understood till here. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 6. An object on Earth weighs 2.64 times what it weighs on Mars. Okay. So what do we understand from the first line? An object on Earth weighs 2.64 times. So that means if a person is on Mars, if an object is on Mars which is weighing 1 kgs, then its mass on Earth will be 2.64 kgs. That is multiplied by 2.64. If an object weighs 5 newtons on Mars, how many newtons will it weigh on Earth? So as we can use this method to solve this question. Okay. Mass of an object on Mars, that is 5 newtons. So mass of an object on Earth is equals to, we know that is 2.64 times multiplied with the mass of the object on Mars. Let's do the multiplication. Five into 4 is 20. 6 into 5 is 30 plus 2, 32. 5 into 2 is 10 plus 3, 13. So it will weigh 13.20 newtons. On Earth. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 7. A group of people have an average of $4.26 each. Okay. How many people are there? We don't know that. If the total of all their money is $51.12, how many people are there? So the total amount of money what they have is $51.12 and each of them has $4.26. So this is an easy division question. We can just divide that and get the answer of how many people are there. So let's do it. Amount, we can write average amount, as average has been mentioned. Average amount each person has, that is $4.26. If the total of their money, so total amount the group has, that is $51.12. So what do we want to look for? Number of people are there in the group. So let's do the division. 51.12 divided by 4.26. Now tell me, do you know the table of 4.26? Obviously you will not. So what we can do, we'll not use the traditional method, we'll use another method. So let's write it down over here. So what do we see over here is, in the numerator and also in the denominator there is decimal, and after the decimal there are two digits in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So let's multiply it with 100 in the numerator and in the denominator. So what will happen after that? We will be having 5112 upon 426. Okay, so there is no decimal over here. Now we can do the division for both of them together and get it in a simplest, smallest form. Then we can do the actual division of the traditional method. Okay, so let's do that. So what we can see, the last digit in the numerator is 2, last digit in the denominator is 6. Both are even numbers, both of them are divisible by 2. Let's divide them. Two into 2 is 4, so 1 is left. 5 minus 4 is 1, and the next number is 1, so 1 1 11. 2 into 5 is 10. 11 minus 10 is 1, we are again left with 1. Next number is 1 again, so 11. 2 into 5 is 10. 11 minus 10 is again 1, and 1 with a 2, so that is 12. 2 into 6 is 12. It's been divided, and for the denominator, 2 into 2 is 4. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into 3 is 6. Now what do we see over here? In the numerator there is a 6, that's an even number in the units place. In the denominator there is a 3, that's an odd number, so both are not been divisible by 2. Let's try the divisibility of 3. Let's see. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. Yes, 18 is divisible by 3. Let's try it for the denominator. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So both are been divisible by 3. So let's divide them. So first two digits, that is 25. 3 into 8 is 24. 25 minus 24 is 1. Next number is 5, that is 15. So 1 and 5 is 15. 3 into 5 is 15, and 3 into 2 is 6. Let's do it for the denominator. 3 into 7 is 21, and 3 into 1 is 3. So what are we left with? 852 upon 71. Can we further divide it? What I know till here is 71 is a prime number. So prime number cannot be divided by any other number than itself. So we have to divide this whole fraction, that is dividing 852 with 71. Let's do that. 71 ones 71. 5 minus 1 is 4. 8 minus 7 is 1. And 2 follows. 142. So what do we understand? 71, that is 70 plus 1. 70, that is if we neglect 0. So what is there? 7. 7 twos are, or 7 into 2 is 14. So 70 into 2 is 140. And what is left? 1. 1 into 2 is 2. So in the club what we have is 71 into 2, that is 142. This was an easy division, whether the numbers were big, but the division itself was easy. So the final answer what we have is 12. So there were 12 people altogether. Hope you have understood till here. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. In a relay race, the 4 members of team Go ran the following times in seconds. Okay, how many members are there of team Go? There are 4 members. They have ran in particular seconds in the relay race. What are those? So the first one ran for 45.7 seconds. Second one 43.1 second. Third one 48.2 seconds, and the fourth one took 50.4 seconds. What was their average time? So we have to find the average time they all together took. So let's do that. So there are a total number of 4 members in team Go. We have to find average time. Average time is equals to total time took by 4 members upon number of members. So in the numerator also we can write total time took by all members. Okay, so total time took by all members. So what do we have? 45.7 plus 43.1 plus 48.2 plus 50.4 divided by number of members. How many members are there in the team Go? That is 4. So let's do the addition first of all. 45.7 plus 43.1 plus 48.2 plus 50.4. Let's add them. 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 0 is 17. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 plus 4 is 13, 13 plus 5 is 18. They have altogether took 187.4 seconds. So let's know the average time they took. So let's divide it. 187.4 divided by 4. 4 into 4 is 16 to 7. 4 into 6 is 24. 3, the point took above. Next number is 4. 4 into 8 is 32. Left with 2. And the next we can take a 0 because there is already a decimal. So 4 into 5 is 20. So what I will having the average time as that is 46.85 seconds. So that is the average time. Took by 4 members. Okay. Hope you have understood everything till here. We are just left with more 2 questions. Let's do them. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 9. A group of 11 friends share a restaurant bill of 138.05 pounds equally between them. How much do they each pay? I would suggest you should just pause the video right now and do it by yourself. It's an easy division question, and then you can just continue it and watch it and check out that your answer is correct. So I'll be doing it now. How many friends are there? 11. They share a restaurant bill of 138.05 pounds. So total bill 138.05 pounds. Number of friends, that is 11. Each of them pay how much? That is 138.05 divided by 11. So let's do the division. 11 into 1 is 11. 2 and 8. 11 into 2 is 22. 8 minus 2 is 6. This follows 0. The decimal moves above. Next number is 0. 11 into 5 is 55. We are left with 5 and 5. So 11 into 5 is 55. So each of them pay, that is 12.55 pounds. Hope you have got the right answer. So let's move on to the last question of this exercise. Question number 10. A maths teacher bought 40 calculators at $8.20 each. So maths teacher has got 40 calculators. Each of them costed $8.20. And number of other calculators costing $2.95 each. So he also bought some other calculators and they costed him $2.95 each. In all, she spent $387. So she has spent the total amount of money to buy the calculators, that is 387. How many of the cheaper calculators did she buy? So how many of the cheaper calculators did she buy? Because that was not been given. And a number of other calculators. See, those are the cheaper calculators. So we have been asked how many are them that she bought. So cost of 40 calculators in total is how much? So 40 multiplied by 8.20. So what I will be doing, what I know is 40 is 4 into 10, and of that 10, if I look for 8.20, as I will multiply 10 with it, so the point just shifts over here. So that will be 82. So we will be multiplying 4 into 82. 4 into 2 is 8. 4 into 8 is 48. Sorry. 4 into 8 is 32. So she has spent $328 to buy 40 calculators. Now she has total amount spent for the total all the calculators, that is 387. So let's subtract that. in all she spent to buy the calculators. That is $387. How much is she left with to buy the other calculators which are cheaper, of which they are each are having a cost of $2.95. So let's do the subtraction. 387 minus 328. So this will be 17, this will be 7. 17 minus 8 is 9, 7 minus 2 is 5, 3 minus 3 is 0. She is left with $59. Cost of cheaper calculators. What we have is 387 minus 328, that is $59. So number of cheaper calculator. Is total amount spent on those calculator upon each calculator's cost, that is 2.95. So let's remove the decimal by multiplying in the numerator and denominator by 100. So what are we left with? 5900 and 295. Let's take this to the next page, or we can do it here, that's fine. Both are been divisible by 5, as the numerator has 0 in the units place and the denominator has 5 in the units place. So let's divide them both with 5. 5 into 1 is 5, 5 into 1 is 5, 9 minus 5 is 4. So 4 and a 0, that is 40. So 5 into 8 is 40 and 5 into 0 is 0. In the denominator, 5 into 5 is 25. 29 minus 25 is how much? 29 minus 25 is 4. Next number we have is 5. So 45. 5 into 9 is 45. Hope you have understood till here. Now what we can see is 59 in the denominator, which is a prime number. So we have to do the division for 59 itself. And what I can see, if we round off 59, that will be next number, that is 60. 60. So 60 into 2 is 120. See, 120 and 118, that is just 2 numbers less. So what we can see over here, 59 into 1 is 59, 59 into 2 is 118 and 59 into 0 is 0. So there were 20 cheaper calculators which the maths teacher bought. So now we have completed with the exercise 1.1b. Hope you have understood everything till here. I'll see you in the next lecture for 1.1c. Until then, I would like if you would practice this exercise again by yourself, and you can refer this video to know if you have done everything correct or wrong, and if you are stuck somewhere as well. Thank you. Learning maths becomes easier when you stay consistent. So subscribe to Success IQ classes Also, hit the notification bell and join me every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for a brand new IGCSE lesson. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, keep aiming above limits. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.